With the ones that we do have here, everybody knows the situation with our pastor's van, the rear end going out. They had a discussion with a company about a handicap accessible van today, but they'll need 10% down of whatever the van is going to cost. $1,000. Unless somebody has $3,000 or $4,000 laying around, that they feel free to. We were discussing about turning the 29th the Hallelujah Fest. Do a hot dog supper and sell place to try and help raise money to come up with this down payment they're going to need to get a van. Because this is like the second or third rear end they've put in, and it's not cutting. They need something that's going to be more reliable. They need to and from church and doctor appointments and things like that. Because if he was to get sick right now, he'd have no way to get to the doctor. Yes, and also discuss with y'all about the church and one of the handicap accessible vans for that weekend so that we get JD to fund the benefit to church. That's yeah, probably about $120, $150 that weekend. Somewhere around there. We can find a better spot. All in favor of turning the 29th into a benefit? This family out. To try to raise everybody who all agrees to turn the 29th also get a benefit for the down payment for everything. So, got to be unanimous. We get together after service and we'll end up just doing hot dogs and chips and selling it by the plate, and we'll come up and figure out the prices and get together on that after service. So that's an unspoken prayer request by the board of your hands.
Remember at Sunny's house last week, Lydia was sick. We were going to bring her to church last week. We were going to bring out 3 of them. They got sick. So I remember them. But Lydia had it last week. Now the boys same time.
Adam, you can't stand up.
Remember,
You don't look.
you're my cheerleader and Uncle Lucas. Remember Uncle James with their problem, and also remember Uncle Jackie and Jesse.
I remember my mama had to, her brother went back to Mississippi. He made it all right, driving by herself. But she's a little lonely now. Do much because she's afraid to, because she's by herself. But everybody prays that something will happen. Somebody will move in with her or something. Johnny and Linda's son Jordan lived in Boone, Asheville, and they're hoping that he'll stay with her for a while. Getting a job down here, got a job offer down here, so hopefully just pray that comes through, that he'll stay with her for a while. Remember my job situation, I'm working at Sears, but it's not going to be enough. I've been not looking too hard for another job. But I'm going to have to. I'm good, right? My bills are paid right now through the end of the month. I know eventually I'm going to have to get a little something extra, so just pray that God give me the strength to go do that.
Either that or so they start your commission.
When I start my commission, I think I'll be all right.
He's almost close.
I'm close to my numbers. You have to get your numbers are certain. So anyway, everybody pray about it.
Amen.
I hate medicine. It's just amazing what's happening in CJD. They smile on his face. This man was riding a vehicle that you can see of it. One breaking down. Remember that family I was telling some of you about out there on the forge? If it's gonna break your heart, nothing will. The lady had to get out of her house for years. Mobility Works out of Greenville, their office out of Columbia, sold her a van. And the day she got it, the next day, she got up in the morning and he got so excited going down the road because she's able to get out. That's the heart attack died. All the excitement because she has it. So if we take it for granted,
Every day. That's right.
been able to. So remember that family.
Amen. Anybody else? Have a house one, I'll do it.
Remember us.
Remember this election coming up, it's getting worse and worse every day. Yeah, it's just getting worse, it's just getting nasty. And just pray for this country's in bad shape.
I'm not sure if you guys seen some of those ads they're starting to put out now. It's starting to get to the nitty gritty now.
I mean, God, pray that God intervenes somehow.
She needs to be in jail. If he's president, you make sure she goes to jail.
You will get a subpoena.
Jessica is gonna start allowing us to bring the kids to church. In the case of bringing them to church, we're gonna have to either have 2 vehicles or help getting. Jessica's not just gonna let the kids go with anybody. She'll let them go with us, but we're gonna have to help with the list.
3 cars in right now. This is gonna be trouble.
She's small enough, she's fortunate that
Back for a 13-gallon hefty bag, it should be good today.
Well, I remember back when we were watching Jason and Jacob. Autumn had to sit on the floor. So, and it got pretty bad, but I wish she asked us to bring the kids to church. I just can't bring myself to say no.
We're hoping to preach.
we're fun about, figured out a way that we can solve that.
Yes, I agree.
You can put 2 little things like this, and we got to blow the horn and just pull the rope like, hey! But we will be praying. I like to see Chris and Jessica get into church and
But the kids get in, like we get down.
And that should be all our concern and responsibility. You know, I feel anyway that when there's children involved and the parents won't take them, that's why I wish we had a bus. Yeah.
Well, Chris is amazed anyway about you.
Yeah.
So long since you was at school. So amazed that you're preaching. It's just, he can't bring around. Because he knew how you were.
Don't say listen.
I don't know, I've told him, but I mean, I think he will.
But the thing is, it's gonna be getting the kids in the church first that's gonna bring them in. Kids active, doing things with the church, it's gonna get them excited, which is gonna spill over to daddy, come watch me in the play, or mama, come watch me in the play. He's gonna wanna come to see his kid, which will get him in the church. So, but I've gotta find a way to get 4 of them here.
We gotta work it out. We just gotta pray.
The best way to do it is let God.
That's it. Amen. Yeah. Amen.
Truck driver will haul force on his bed of his truck. It says, but God. We trust in God, it's all gonna work out.
Amen.
I mean, he owns the cattle of 1,000 hills and owns the property with it.
Amen. That's right.
So,
Pray and say
Call to pray. Amen. Anybody else? If not, let's all begin to welcome up and pray. Brother Skinny, will you open us up in prayer, brother?
God, you know our hearts, you know the intents of the Lord. God, we pray in a mighty way, Lord, for all those that's in the altar, those that's in the church, God. We pray, seek your face and draw nigh to you, Lord, and you above and beyond what we even think or ask. And God, we just pray, hope and faith in you. God, we pray for our leaders, Lord, and pray for the man that stands and preaches your word. God, give him what he needs, Lord. And God, if there's anything that we've thought or done, God, I pray for forgiveness. God, help us to overcome, God. Lord Jesus, remember our prayer box, remember one another. God, the days that are before us, Lord, that tomorrow should come, Lord, I pray that you, within it, God, Kenny, there with the job, and Lord Jesus, just each and everything that we can think of, Lord, we come into the Most High, knowing and asking and praying and believing on you that you're more than capable and able of doing what can and will be done, Lord. Lord Jesus, help us to be in your perfect will and your way, Lord. Amen. So that way you can save trips. You know?
Turn to page 130.
Long years ago, down on my knees, I pray to Jesus that set me free. Never shine when all the burdens from my soul roll away. It makes me happy. I'll sing it shout for His happy. Everyone. Now I can be by myself. My people say, you don't feel right. In trials, you don't through faith and me, I have the victory. I never shall. All the burdens from my soul roll away. It makes me happy. I'll sing the shout for His happy. I never shall.
The praise from my soul to all the way. It makes me happy. I'll sing the shout of glory.
Anybody else got a selection?
I know my name is there. What page is that?
346.
Amen. I know my name is there. Praise God.
Well, put it in the
Oh, bless the name of Jesus. I rise above the storm. Every time will clear. I know that I know my name is there. Onward. I know my name is written there. Onward. My name was there, saved from and more I paid already. But by His blood was Savior cross and placed on His throne. I know, I do. My name is there. I know. My name is written there. In her trouble, I shall time, but now it won't salvation. Praise God, His hands clean. I know, I do. My name I know. His grace and grace. I know.
Hey,
Where's God?
yeah, I flattened it. My hand got my way. It just rained, it wouldn't move no more. That's
They were, I was sitting on the
I know you're not gonna forget.
I'll forget.
Amen. You know, we need to be thankful for what God has given us.
Amen, brother.
So Mark, you man never know when you're not gonna have it.
That's it, brother.
Same as playing that guitar. I can break my hand next week. Not be a practice, but
That's it.
you know, you be thankful for what God give you the opportunity to do.
Oh, yes.
Man, I enjoyed Sunday. And then we're gonna have one next year like that, all day singing. And Waymasters, they did a good job Sunday morning, even though they unplugged Timmy's bass there at one time. He stepped back and somehow, Daryl's his name, ain't it?
Yeah.
He stepped back and somehow he stepped on the bass player's cord, and when he did, it unplugged it. And the song they were starting was a song that the bass has a lot to do in on at the intro. And it wasn't working. He was just standing there looking at him, no sound coming out. But I will say this, I'm hearing more of the testimonies this time. Well, they did testimonies than they did when they was here and they hear, you know, about how the Lord saved them and how people need to get right.
Amen.
I enjoyed that. Chewy would say something, Chewy didn't say nothing. He did correct me when I called him bluegrass gospel. He said, "We're not bluegrass gospel." He said, "We're coming." Well, they got their own. It's Smoky Mountain Gospel is what it's called. That's telling me about that. They created their own style of Smoky Mountain Gospel. It's along the lines of country gospel, but Smoky Mountain Gospel. So enjoyed that. And his folk Sunday night enjoyed them. And that was bluegrass. Sort of get the bass player in a mess there Sunday night. Brother Marshall, you know. And the bass player had a violin bow. So I call it the fiddlestick. I call that a fiddlestick. You know, that's what this is, a fiddle. It's not a violin. When I asked him, so what's that fiddlestick for? He was trying to explain it. So get me out of this. It was just a question I had, because, you know, and then he played it. I don't know where horror movies get their sound from. That was some creepy sounding stuff out of that bass when I enjoyed them being here. Amen. My wife, she said, I hate missing. So there wasn't much choice on it. As you all know that when I got here Sunday morning, the rear end was out of the van. They come out all the way to church. And Joe and Andrew can tell you they followed me home Sunday to make sure I got home Sunday afternoon. And I smoked up all of Embers Grove, smoke coming out the rear end, but I had no choice. So the preacher wanted to just fix it. The third time in less than a year I put a rear end in that house. I don't want to spend any more money on that.
No, sir.
Well, preacher, you're going to be putting yourself in a bind trying to get down payment. I understand that. I appreciate the church. I want to step in and help. I'll say this, Sherry's going tomorrow. It's called Cap C. Ricky's on it. And you get paid to take care of Ricky. But when a child's involved, you do not get paid to take care of your child until they're 18 years old. They have to be adult duties. That is what it's considered.
Amen.
They will. It's something that I never wanted to go to. But this van leaves me not much choice. Joe will tell you. Cap C's got a little bit of weight on this, but they'll start having a nurse come in probably one day a week to the house, check everything on JD. Inspect about once or twice a month. They will have a worker that comes in and will take JD off. We go do special stuff with him. Sherry's going to do it tomorrow. Yeah. That's work. Yeah. But once we sign up for it, me and Sherry has to go take classes to learn CPR on the child and all that stuff. So if it's on a Wednesday night, I might have to miss a few Wednesday nights to do this. And if we can get it going, they'll pay $20,000 towards the van. But the problem is there's a waiting list in North Carolina. So we've got to get started now.
We'll still find out tomorrow.
Yeah, on the waiting list. If I'm not correct, Joe, you correct me. Joe's standing there when these guys explain all this, because, you know, it is a lot to take in this afternoon. For 2 hours, he stood there and explained stuff to us. They come to you. He drove the van from Works in Greenville, South Carolina, up here for us to look at, put JD in, all that. But what it does is it's $20,000 not towards the van, it's towards the conversion. Telling us, Joe, what was it, like $25,000 just to convert his van, and to convert it into a wheelchair van, $25,000 just in the conversion. That's why those vans are so expensive. That's what costs more than my home did. $30,000 to $31,000 is what we're looking at having to pay. We can get it loaned up to 10 years. Guaranteed you're approved. It's just how much the banks want down, this and that. It's the way they work it. They got 4 banks they go through. And I'm just giving y'all all the information I got. I don't believe in hiding it. I'm not gonna say, now don't tell somebody this.
Yeah.
Amen.
But, because I believe if you're going to tell something, you should be able to be honest about it.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
They got 4 banks that if wrong, after 3 months, they'll repo the van. But they buy the van back and resell it somewhere else. So the loan's always we'll get something for myself. Or even be That's what hurt tonight. Is this afternoon we're supposed to be at Cane Creek Middle School. Broke down. He wasn't able to do it. Cane Creek was going to be, I think it was playing North. Who was that playing? I can't remember now. Earl. Owen. Owen had agreed. It's the last home game. JD's the manager of the football team, but Owen had agreed on chasing him with football and he would score a touchdown for the football team. He couldn't go because there's no way to get him home. Looking forward to that for a long time now. And he had to miss it tonight. Stuff we take for granted. He was looking forward to, he didn't get to do because of one thing. So, you know, I hope y'all understand why I'm not going to fix the other van. I'm going to go with I never thought I'd pay more than I paid for my home for a vehicle. But to get all this stuff that has to be done, it's got to be done. Y'all pray for Josh. With all this going on this week, I'm prepared to preach, but I'm just not. So I'm going to give it to Josh tonight. Don't sit in your pocket.
I'm working out. Teach how to preach everybody.
Asking to teach you how to preach will be all right.
I can't teach that. God has to get back.
Amen. Amen. Lord's house. Many blessings. He has a tendency of working things out in his own time and his own way. If you will, if you'll turn your Bible to Genesis, chapter 6. And the other day, I had a guy come to work and he said, "Man, what did you pray?" I said, "Sean, what are you talking about?" Brother Marshall, you know Sean.
Yes, sir.
And, he said, "Man, my son Christian has done a total 360. He's doing amazing." And I said, "Sean," he said, "Well, what do you mean?" Pray to God and God does. I said, there's a difference. He said, wow, that evening I got home looking over Facebook and I referred to this hurricane that just blew through Matthew. They had the scripture of Matthew 10:7 with it. And he said, no, we're all right. I'll get y'all seated and I'll tell you the rest of what God had laid on my heart. In chapter 6 here, we're going to start in verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of his heart was only evil continually, and repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. Destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, the fowls of the air, for repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. You may be seated.
Yes, sir.
As I have read over Matthew chapter 10, verse 7, I'll go ahead and just read it real quick. It says, and as you go preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And God asked me, he said, no, where are you? I said, Lord, well, I'm Joshua, what are you talking about? I don't understand. He said, I created you from your mother's womb. I put bone to bone, your ligaments, flesh to flesh, sinew to sinew. He said, I made you, I created you, I know who you are. You know. He said, but that's not your only thing. What are you talking about? Have you found grace to go out and tell man what I have done? Or I never really thought about it that way. And I got to thinking about this hurricane that come through and the devastation that it's done to Florida so far in North Carolina. I believe the count was I seen on Channel 4 this afternoon was North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. The death tolls there, that's just 18 in North Carolina. That's 18 people, Brother Marshall, that we could have witnessed to.
Come on, man.
Preach, we understand that. I'm not changing the word of God as you go.
The foremost.
Saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Why can't we tell people that God is coming back? We're too caught up in the middle of the wicked stuff that this world does. As Christians, they can't tell us apart. Live long enough and mind enough and stayed in God's will for enough time to find that grace. Enough to be set apart from the world. That way we make a difference when we tell people he can save your children, but I believe it. Chris, I've known Chris for a long time. But if I don't find grace, as I'm going out and preaching and telling people that the kingdom of heaven is coming, they're not going to believe it.
Exactly.
Because when I find that grace from God, that means that I'm living right. I'm perfect. I'm never going to walk on water. I'll never turn water into wine. I'll never be able to do the miracles that Jesus done because that was his job.
Come on, man.
He's the one perfect one who was brought here. So it just got me thinking that the way this world is going and the people that I know, have I found that grace? Have I been willing to go out and to share my testimony with people?
Amen.
I have been out there to preach at a couple different places, but it's been at a stalemate here lately. Doing my job like I should be. Even though it's nursing homes and things like that, if that's the last thing they do before they leave here, they hurt.
Amen.
Come on, man.
And it's nothing that I can do. Like my friend Sean, I was telling him, I said, Sean, it's nothing that I've done. He was wanting me to counsel his son. I've been praying about, and today he said, I don't think he's going to need counsel. And I told him, I said, well, Sean, I'm not really sure if I'd have been able to do it. Unless you want it to be done straight out of the Bible, Sean. And he said, well, whatever you prayed or whatever you said worked. No, it's not me.
Come on.
It's nothing that I've done. See, if you're seeing me, you're seeing the wrong thing.
Yes, sir, man.
If I get out here in the world and they're seeing me and they're not seeing Jesus Christ, see, Noah had to find that grace. He was that one out of everybody who was willing to follow God.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to remember for the things that I've done in the past, Brother Marshall.
So, sir.
That's what my friends remember. That's the things they want to bring up. Chris can't wrap his mind around the things that I have done in the past. Well, this is how you used to be. You're like this now. Because of God, I can be like that. I
That's
don't
right.
go from being facing 12 years in prison to finding grace and being saved.
Good report.
See, I didn't find grace. Grace found me.
That's right, man.
And when I think about the word grace, and God had given me this when He started asking me questions and got thinking about this, God receives all because Christ was exalted. Now, on the cross, we know most people say, "Well, He died." Well, no, He resurrected 3 days later. He was exalted. He came for a purpose, and He was lifted up above all because He done something that nobody had ever done before. See, He had to call Lazarus forth and tell him to come forth.
Yeah.
Nobody called Jesus. He done it on His own
Like
because
that.
the Father sent Him to accomplish something. See, God has sent us to accomplish something. See, Noah was sent to accomplish, to tell people, hey, listen, repent. God's not pleased anymore. It's getting ready to rain. But because people hadn't seen it, they didn't want to believe it. And see, that's why people are with God now. Because they can't see it and they can't touch it. They don't want no part of it. Understand is that touching and feeling are two separate things. See, because physically I can't touch Jesus. But spiritually I can feel Him on the inside.
Yes, sir.
When He moves in my life and when He speaks to me.
Yes.
When I find grace and He blesses my family and brings me out of things I never thought He would bring us out of.
Yes, sir.
And grace, because that was something that God was going to destroy the entire earth. He said it repented.
Yeah.
He said He's going to destroy man, period. He was going to wipe everything out.
Amen.
Above the rest of them. Not because He was better, but because He decided, hey, I'm going to listen to God and I'm not going to be with the world.
That's right.
So instead of standing with the world, how about we be a Noah and stand out away from the crowd and tell them, hey, God's coming.
Amen.
Not judgmental. I got thinking about this. The woman next door has bright blue hair. Now, I mean, it looks like somebody smashed a Smurf and rubbed it all in her hair. Honestly, that's what I told my wife. And I had to say, Lord, forgive me because it was wrong. But normally when people see things like that, say something like that. Why do you need to tell them that God's coming back? They're not going to listen. I had a young man tell me Sunday, I tried to witness to somebody and I felt like it just didn't work. See, we get discouraged because it doesn't happen on our time. It doesn't come as quickly as we want it to.
That's right.
When it's all in God's time, you plant that seed, Marshall, that's right.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. God's the one that sent the rain back in Genesis.
You'll water it.
Right now.
Be good to you, Chris.
See, he said his boat on the cloud as a promise that He wouldn't destroy the earth that many years.
That's right. Amen.
But people don't seem to understand that coming soon. That God's going to be coming back to call people. And there's going to be ones that are left behind. Look at the things that we have going on. Babies being raped and killed.
Yeah.
You have these weird clowns standing in the woods trying to lure and take your children away. Yeah. I got news this morning that just right over the mountain, a 10-year-old girl the night before had been raped. And they raped. That's 6 miles from my house, Brother Marshall.
Yeah.
And that 6 mile span, how many people have I gone to and said, hey, God's coming back. I don't care what you're doing right now. I don't care what your hair looks like. I don't care about the clothes you got on your back, because God doesn't care about it either. He just wants you to know that He loves you
He's coming.
and He's coming.
Amen.
When He
He's at the
comes,
door.
He's calling His children
Amen.
home. Are you prepared? It is. God bless you as you walk down the street. When you leave the supermarket and they check you out, say, have a good day. God bless you. You can only imagine the stun looks you get when people are like, well, really? And that's like Christmas time. And I get tired of seeing this on Facebook all the time. Who's with me? We're keeping Christ in Christmas. Who told you to keep Christ in Christmas in the first place?
Amen.
I understand that Walmart stuff says, have to say Merry Xmas and whatever this other garbage.
Happy holidays.
Who said that you had to do that way?
Exactly.
I've never met one of the cashiers at Walmart when I said Merry Christmas that they've been like, oh, no, it's Happy Holidays. I've been told God bless you and Merry Christmas more times walking out of Walmart. And that's
Even in
good.
the church.
Yeah, even in the church, amen. There you go. And who says that we have to follow what the world says?
Exactly.
They're already taking God and everything else. Why do we have to take God out of our homes, out of our churches? God have to be removed out of our lives just because they want it removed out of theirs.
Follow the crowd.
Why? Noah didn't follow the crowd.
That's right.
The crowd decided when it was too late, hey, I want to follow Noah. God had already shut the door on that ark. And they were left high and dry. He had sealed it. Remember over there in Daniel, when Daniel was locked in that lion's den, the king come and sealed it and put a signet on it. That way no one could break it open. Same thing with God. We have been sealed until the day of redemption.
Yeah.
Just because we're sealed, we got ones we can't leave behind. If he's the lifeboat, why don't we share it?
Amen.
If he's the one that saved and he's still in the saving business, why do we act like he can't do it?
Amen.
In the Sunday school class, and we got talking about heaven and God girding himself and serving us. And JD said, "Ooh, I can only imagine there's going to be bacon wrapped fried chicken." Bacon wrapped fried chicken. That is a Baptist food if I have ever heard of it in my life. And some of the other boys, we got talking about triple bacon cheeseburgers and roast beef sandwiches and steaks, and that excited about heaven and what we're going to get to. Why do we want to share it? That's one of the greatest things that we do during the summertime is we barbecue. We have people over. I can't count the pork roast I've ate at your house that you've smoked. Hams, pork chops, bratwurst, and everything else. To share something and the thought of that goes into heaven, why wouldn't we want to share it with somebody else?
That's right.
What's good eating alone? I want my friends and family there. See, Noah wanted the same thing. He knew his sons and his wife and their daughter and their wives were going to be spared, and that they would be with him upon the ark. But he wanted everybody else to be there too, because he knew there'd be enough room. But they said, "No, we don't want it." And God turned around and destroyed the earth. That's the same thing we're living in now. I understand the things that are going on now and the flooding and things, but we can still get out there and tell them, "Hey, God still saves. Heaven's coming." Find grace like Noah. Think about him daily. I challenge you to get up in the morning before your feet even hit the floor. God help us be like Noah today. That's my goal in life. I'm not perfect. People, hey, I love you, but you know who loves you more? God.
Yeah.
Because one time he destroyed the earth, this time, instead of destroying the earth, he sent his son not to condemn it, but to save it.
I want to be better tomorrow than I was today.
Amen.
Yeah.
We'll all stand to our feet. Heads bowed, eyes closed. If God has spoken to your heart, if you had a need in your life, it doesn't matter if you just need to pray. This altar is always open, it's never closed. It doesn't have a time limit on when you can pray and when you can't. God, as we come before you, we just thank you for this opportunity, God, to be in your house. We pray, God, that we didn't bring any harm to your work. We pray, God, that you touch all these in the altar. These hearts here tonight, God, you heard the prayer request. We pray, God, that you'll move in a mighty way. Be with us, Lord. We love you. We thank you. Ask these things for heaven.
I enjoyed that
Hey, wait.
I'm starting, it's working on it. I want to start, my job is training these preachers. Not train them how to preach. But train them how to handle the services, conduct services. If you don't believe me, look over in the Bible, you'll see over in Timothy what Paul taught Timothy. It's something you've got to learn how to do, because he's liable to walk into one church and then look at you and go, service is yours. The pastor. And the pastor sat there the whole service. Now when Andrew preaches, Andrew's gonna be the one opening it up. He's the one giving off call. You say, well, preacher, you shouldn't do that. If I don't train them when they get called into a church to be the pastor.
Yes, sir.
They go in unlearned. They need to be familiar with this stuff. Was when I first started pastoring. I was unlearned. I knew we needed an altar call, but I had no clue on how to give an altar call. First altar call I give, I went,
Yeah, I'm learning.
I said, if you gotta pray, just come to the altar and pray. There it was. If you gotta do, just come to the altar and pray. It's just part of learning process. But I'm going to do this tonight, and if you don't mind, call everybody else in the church and pass it along. Because every Wednesday night, I get 3 to 4 phone calls or 3 to 4 text messages. What time church starts? And Marshall, when you're not by yourself, I get them from several people. Because normally when time changes, we change back to 7 o'clock. Next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock.
This coming Wednesday.
Yeah, this coming week.
All right,
Not tonight, but next week.
all right, this coming Wednesday, 7 o'clock, all right.
Marshall, at 6 o'clock, drink a cup.
Hey, buddy. I'm not working, I was working out today.
You might about to tell that.
Okay, go ahead.
He texted me Sunday and said he'd been up most of the night after he got off work, worried about the wind and the coke he drunk. I said, well, I'll pray for the coke, amen. You say, well, preacher, that was me. No, I thought it was go pray, come pray, and I do it. Don't forget to tell someone about Jesus, shake hands with one another. Let's don't forget to turn the heat off. You're at liberty to fear the Lord.